Hi everyone, it's Sandra, and today's video is going to be about some products that just have not met my expectations. Now, with that being said, just because a product disappointed me and did not work with my particular complexion, with my particular skin type, doesn't mean that the product will not work for you, which is why I'm actually going to start with a product that a lot of people have been disappointed by, but I really love. This Becca palette, as soon as it came out, it went on sale. It's still on sale at Sephora and the reviews are quite lukewarm. It has some beautiful neutral shades, nothing too warm, nothing too cool toned. I think that they're really nice and balanced. It's quite a subtle glow type of palette, and I absolutely love these shades for the type of makeup that I do, especially in the daytime. I'm wearing it today, and I've actually been wearing this palette in the last 2 videos that I have posted. What I like to do is I just like to use matte brown shadows, either one color or a couple of different colors all over the crease. So just go in with your favorite transition shade, your favorite crease color, and then afterwards I just dip my finger into the color that I want, and then I just apply that color all over the lid, and that's it. It just brightens up my eyelid really nicely, and it gives a beautiful, flattering sheen to the eyelid, and nothing too glittery, nothing too metallic, and I find the texture to be really fine and soft, and it coats the skin of the eyelid really well. That kind of sounds weird to say, but that's the best way that I can describe it. So today, for example, I went in with this pink shade first, and this pink shade is called Toasted Marshmallow, which is so pretty. And then I take the shade Topaz and concentrate it just along my lash line in the center of the lid to get a little bit of like a spotlight brightness going on. So that's what I did today. And I love to use these darker shades on a pencil brush, and I just kind of smoke my lower lash line and the outer corner with it. The textures are similar to the texture of the highlighters, and obviously in a pinch you can just use the highlighter on your eyes in the same way. For me, the shades in here are different enough from the highlighter, from the Becca highlighters that I already own. So to me, I really enjoy this. I like the packaging. I wish that there was less space between the shadows. Like if it was a little bit more condensed, a little bit smaller, it would have been more portable, but it has a nice big mirror, and it's quite useful for travel as well. I could just pack a couple of single brown shadows and this, and then I'm good to go. I absolutely love wearing these shades with a red lip too, especially for the holiday season. I think it looks really pretty. So wow, that took a long time. I'm gonna shut up now, but long story short, some people hate this palette, but I like it. Now moving on to the products that just disappointed me. I'm going to start with this. La Roche-Posay is one of my favorite skincare brands. This is Zinc, and it's a face mist that is finally available in Canada. I have been wanting this for years. I remember first hearing about it on Caroline Hyren's YouTube channel a few years ago, and then this year finally it is available in Canada. So after years of yearning for this magical mist, I bought it. It's a zinc sulfate solution, and zinc has antibacterial properties. It's supposed to be a great face mist for people with oily, acne-prone skin. It claims to have a cleansing and soothing effect on the skin. Now, I do find it soothing, but that's just because of the mechanical action of a face mist. I find all face mists to be soothing just because of the way that they work. But in terms of the zinc sulfate's effect on my skin, I found this to actually be really drying. And my skin isn't normally that dry. Now in the wintertime it's a little bit more drying, but I've been trying to make this work all year. Even in the summertime when my skin was at its peak oiliness, I found that when I used this, it dried out my skin in an unflattering way. Like I would just get dry patches and visible dryness in my skin texture. So really disappointed by it. Maybe my expectations were just too high for this because I've been wanting to try it for so many years. I think I've touched upon this product in another, like a monthly favorites video, and this was the one non-favorite of the month, and I thought I would mention it again in here because I did try to make it work a couple more times after that. This is the Kate Somerville Gentle Daily Wash. I found this to be anything but gentle. It broke me out and it made my skin feel incredibly tight afterwards. I also was not a fan of the scent. It's a very intense medicinal type of scent, and yeah, I think I'm just going to use this up as body wash just because I really dislike wasting product. If I can make something work, like on my body or something, I will make it work. I think Kate Somerville is a wonderful brand. They have wonderful skincare products to choose from, but I haven't actually enjoyed any of their cleansers, and this is another disappointing cleanser. Next up, I have two foundations. The first is the NARS Velvet Matte Foundation Stick. Now, I have a video solely dedicated on my experience with this foundation stick, so I will have a link to that up on the screen and in the description box below if you're interested in watching. I'm oily in the summertime. I want a nice foundation stick to keep me matte. I thought it'd be wonderful for travel as well, since you can put this in your carry-on. It doesn't go against any liquid restrictions. But this actually made my face more oily. I hated the way that it felt on my skin after a few hours. It just was not flattering and it did not work for my skin at all. I was really disappointed because NARS has a matte concealer, the Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and I adore that product. So I was expecting this to perform along the same lines as that concealer, but this just did not work for my skin. The next product is this foundation by Milani, and I don't think I've mentioned this at all on my channel. I think I've mentioned it on Instagram stories a few times when I bought this in the summer, but this is the Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. Obviously, this is not my shade right now. I purchased this in the summertime, so I got shade number 05, Warm Beige. And I love the color and the undertone of it. It was a really good match for me when I was using more fake tan and I was getting a little bit of sun in the summertime. But this foundation claims to have medium to full coverage, which I agree with. A lightweight, oil-free formula. I agree with that too. It feels really lightweight on the skin and it blends out nicely. But it also claims to be long-wearing, water-resistant, and sweat-proof. I did not find this to be long-wearing on me at all. It got really, really oily and it made me look really greasy after about 2 hours in, which is pretty bad, especially for foundation that claims to be long-wearing. Usually, on average, I get about 4 to 5 hours of solid wear time, even out of foundations that don't claim to be long wearing, so this was disappointing for me. Another complexion product I didn't love, I still have it in the box, is the IPKN Color Correcting Primer. This has SPF 15 in it, and it's the green one. It's supposed to help neutralize redness, and I really love IPKN products. I like their Twinkle lips, their little tinted lip balms, and their BB cream is one of my favorite everyday complexion products. So I was super excited to try their color correcting primer, and this just did not work for me. Maybe it will work better for somebody that is a little bit more fair, but the shade of green it's like a cool toned blue-green situation, and even when I put foundation on top, the green would kind of show through, and I just look like I'm sick when I wear this. So it has a little bit of a sunscreen scent to it. I can smell the sunscreen in it. The texture is nice, but this color did not work for me. I just looked really, really sickly when I was wearing this. So I'm not sure if maybe I'm doing something wrong. Another reason why I like making these videos is that if I'm showing you a product that I'm disappointed in and you have tried the product and you've made it work, you can give me your suggestions in the comment section below. We can kind of help each other out that way. I absolutely love the YouTube community. The community aspect of this is why I make these videos. I absolutely love interacting with you, and I get so many great tips from you, and I love it when I recommend products that you end up trying that you love. So I'm just really, really into this whole exchange and community aspect of it. But yeah, green color correcting primers. Do they really work? Do we really need them? Let me know your thoughts. Next, I have the only Fenty Beauty product I bought when everybody was all excited over the range when the range first launched. I wasn't really sure what to buy, so I thought I would kind of dip my toes into the blotting powder. I absolutely love the packaging. I love the concept of it. You can get refills for it. It's got this cute little vintage vibe to it. You open it up and you pull out blotting paper, and you can kind of customize how much of this you get. And then you can proceed to blot your face with it. I don't like how it keeps rolling back up, and the texture of this blotting paper, it's so thin, and I feel like I need so much paper in order to do what just one single Boschia blotting sheet would do. So I find that this just doesn't do a good job. It's not really good blotting paper. The Boschia ones are a lot better. I also just bought the Tatcha blotting papers, which are amazing. And the Shiseido blotting papers are better. Toilet paper is better. So yeah, not that this is like a product that's been making waves or anything, but I was just expecting something better. Next, I have a lip product, and this is the Maybelline liquid lipstick. The Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. These are the two colors that I wore, and although I was able to make the nude work by mixing it with a lip balm and, you know, topping it with a lip gloss, it defeats the purpose of getting a matte liquid lip if you're gonna end up having to use glowy, shiny products to make it work. And I'm disappointed because the color selection is beautiful. This is the shade, what is this called? This is Dreamer, and then I got the shade Heroine, which is the most gorgeous, bright, orangey red, which is one of my favorite lip colors to wear in the summertime. And I also didn't like the scent of them. They kind of smelled like a tanning bed to me. Like, you know those lotions back in the day when we all used to commit to the crime of using a tanning bed, you know, they would give you those like tan accelerating lotions. This is what the smell reminds me of, which is not a particular fond scent for me. So yeah, disappointed by these. A lot of people really love them, so I was excited about them, but they didn't really work that well for me. And then I have two mascaras. Both of them are high-end, and the first is the Givenchy mascara. This is the Noir Interdit mascara. It had this wand that can do this 90-degree turn to kind of help you get in there. First of all, it's extremely fragranced. This just wasn't that great. This mascara transferred, and it didn't do anything to warrant the high price tag. I find that you can get mascaras at the drugstore that are way better than this. And then the other mascara is the Urban Decay Troublemaker mascara. This came with this whole marketing messaging that it's sex proof, it's so long lasting. Like, I think trying to compete with the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara maybe, because now we need to sexualize mascara for some reason. Sometimes things confuse me. But anyway, this was not that long lasting. I mean, if it can't get me through lunchtime, it transferred on me. That's what I'm trying to say. There are so many mascaras from the drugstore that kick butt, that are absolutely fantastic. The CoverGirl Supersizer mascara is awesome. The L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara is great. So in order for me to recommend a mascara that is high-end, it has to be better than mascaras that you can get for 10 bucks at CVS. Unfortunately, these two did not cut it for me. That concludes my video today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Let me know what some recent product disappointments have been in the comment section below. We can kind of keep chatting and keep recommending stuff to each other and giving tips to each other down there. So that's it. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.